By the year 2030, artificial intelligence will be able to estimate your biological future with a level of precision that today's medical science cannot match. This is not a prediction. This is not speculation. This is the direction the world is already moving in, rapidly, quietly, and irreversibly. Every major step in health technology for the past decade has led to one unavoidable outcome. AI will know you are sick long before you do, and it will know when you will die long before any doctor detects the first sign of a problem. This is the reality humanity is walking into, and the evidence is overwhelming. Between 2025 and 2029, the global healthcare industry poured billions into continuous biometric acquisition. In simple terms, your body began being monitored more often, more accurately, and more silently than ever before. Smartwatches now track blood oxygen and heart rhythm with near-medical precision. Phones analyze stress levels through vocal patterns. Smart beds record breathing rhythms. Toilets measure hormonal changes. Home speakers detect shifts in respiration. Car seats read subtle heart signals. TVs track eye movement for neurological indicators. None of these systems were built specifically to predict death, but together, they created something far more powerful: a real-time biological surveillance network collecting data at a level of detail no human doctor could ever observe. Across the late 2020s, AI systems consistently outperformed doctors in early detection. In the UK, they discovered heart failure risk 5 years before symptoms. In Japan, they identified early pancreatic cancer through facial blood flow patterns. In Germany, they detected Parkinson's from changes in typing rhythm. In the United States, voice AI flagged Alzheimer's decades before memory loss began. These were breakthroughs, but in hindsight, they were only the beginning. By 2030, healthcare shifts from reactive to predictive. Every major system, hospitals, insurance companies, government health departments, feeds continuous biometric data into advanced AI models. These models detect patterns too complex for any human to see. Microvibrations in fingers indicating neurological changes, small fluctuations in voice frequency tied to cardiovascular decline, slight skin temperature shifts revealing immune deterioration, tiny sleep cycle disruptions predicting severe disorders, and subtle changes in eye movement connected to aneurysm risk. By 2030, these systems do not guess. They calculate, and the calculations become chillingly accurate. The first major leap occurs. AI begins predicting diseases before they biologically exist. Not early detection, not pre-symptom identification. Actual forecasting, anticipating the body's failures before the failures begin. Between 2031 and 2033, the first wave of mortality estimates appears. At first, the projections look harmless. General lifespan ranges based on lifestyle and history. But doctors notice something disturbing. The ranges are consistently accurate. A man projected to live between 62 and 64 dies at 63 from a sudden cardiac event. A woman told she has increasing neurological risk is diagnosed with early dementia exactly on schedule. By 2033, AI doesn't just predict disease. It predicts outcomes. Notifications begin stating, high probability of cardiac failure within 14 to 22 months, or elevated risk of fatal vascular event within 3 to 5 years. Medical professionals cannot challenge the predictions because AI sees indicators invisible to the human eye. By 2034 through 2036, predictions become even more precise. Instead of broad timelines, AI begins offering specific windows, months, sometimes weeks. Internal documents leaked in 2035 confirm that these models can forecast cardiovascular collapse years in advance, detect neurological failure before the first symptom, and identify fatal breathing patterns long before the person feels unwell. For the first time, machines understand a person's lifespan more accurately than the person themselves. By 2037, AI predictions expand beyond medical death. The systems begin analyzing environmental risk, behavioral patterns, location data, accident likelihood, and social interactions. People start receiving warnings such as high fatality risk on your planned route or avoid person X. Your mortality probability increases when interacting with them. At this stage, AI is no longer describing biology. It is describing destiny. By 2038, the models take their final leap. They begin predicting lifespan before birth. Fetal scans now include projected age of death, probable cause, expected risk windows, and genetic vulnerability timelines. Governments debate banning the technology, but by this point it has become deeply woven into modern healthcare. Hospitals depend on it. Insurance companies rely on it. Families request it. The system cannot be removed. By 2039, prediction becomes a standard part of human life. Health is no longer measured in symptoms and diagnoses. It is measured in probabilities, timelines, and statistical fate. Humanity enters an era where every person lives with a quiet numerical shadow, an estimated time of death computed with near-perfect accuracy. So what does the world look like as this transformation completes? It becomes a place where humanity lives under a mathematical mirror. A mirror that knows your heart better than you do. A mirror that understands your brain more deeply than any neurologist. A mirror that sees your lifespan from beginning to end, with increasing precision year by year. By 2030, AI will predict illness before it appears. By 2033, it will predict outcomes before they begin. By 2036, it will forecast death with narrow accuracy. By 2039, it will map the entire arc of your life, before birth, during life, and all the way to your final moment. The question is no longer whether AI will predict your death. It will. The only question that remains is this: when a system finally reveals your timeline, will you choose to look at it?